gentlemen.
Well, hello, everybody. Everybody who is on the, why am I hearing an echo? Ooh, Lee, I'm hearing a bad echo on the phone.
I'm not hearing you.
You're not hearing it? Okay, well, I'll just listen to myself talk. It's okay. Okay, so you guys hang in for 1 second because I'm getting ready to call myself back on the line. And I'm also sharing in all the other groups. So no matter where you're at, which of my groups you're in, whether you're on the inspiration page, my team page, you are going to be able to see this. We're trying this for the first time tonight, so this is great. So hold on 1 second. Let me call this number back. This is crazy. All right. Yeah, it wasn't letting me. Wow. My phone doesn't want me to hang up. How do you like that? Well, it won't let me, yeah, Bib, who thinks that I need help hanging a phone up? The phone won't hang up. You got it? You can still hear myself. Isn't it crazy when you can hear yourself talk? OMG.
There you go.
All right, so you want me to call it back? Okay, hold on, everybody.
You were on the number pad.
Oh, I was on the number pad? It was operator error, everybody, just so you know. Operator error. So hang in there 1 second. All right, Mr. Bibb is going to tell me when he can hear me. Mr. Bibb, can you hear me? Mr. Bibb, can you hear me? Yes? Okay, good. And I can't hear myself talk, so it's a good thing. Okay, so welcome, everybody. Boy, we have got everybody coming in from all over, and this is absolutely great. I know, hour early. We're trying to get used to it. We apologize. Lee was losing his mind being here late because he is like a time-oriented person, amazingly. But we had some things we had to take care of. One, we had a memorial service to go to about an hour and a half away from us. And, you know, Friday night traffic is not any fun, okay? So we got through that, and then we had to run, and we had to pick up my granddaughter, Skylar, because we have her for the weekend. Yay! Which is absolutely awesome. So she's back entertaining herself right now. So if you were on the phone for the first time, welcome. If you were out here in Facebook land, welcome. If you are in our Onward group of 17,000 representatives, welcome back. And if you're new to the group, welcome back. If you're on my page and you're like, why is Molly live? Just because I think I have something to share with you. And you know what? We're going to talk about life tonight, and we are going to talk about business tonight. And we are going to talk about, are you going to stay trapped in a world that is not the best world, and that is the world of fear. And I felt like we were going to go live everywhere tonight, mainly because, you know what? Everybody deals with fear, no matter what it is. Wendy says she loves the early hour. That is great, Wendy. I'm glad you do. Hello, Linda. Hello, Kim Scott. Let me do a shout out here there. Jennifer Woolsey is on with us. Hello there, Miss Miss Wonderful, beautiful, just supportive of everybody. Jennifer Woolsey, we just love her. Barb King is with us. Maggie Ventures is with us with her handsome son, Caleb. Donna is with us. Clara is with us. Christina is with us. Agnes, boy, we could go on and on and on and on. And yes, don't you love the shirt? For all of you watching who don't know, this is an Avon original. Yes, it is. I had my first chance to wear it tonight. Y'all know me. I'm normally in my t-shirts and my sweatshirts, and I love that because I can run my business from home, and it's absolutely amazing, right? But I had to dress up a little bit tonight, so I wore the awesome earrings and put the top on. I got a whole bunch of compliments on it. So if you have an Avon rep, you need to ask for that top Molly was wearing, and it comes in all sizes, and I am living proof that any size can wear it and pull it off and rock it. Thank you very much. Oh, Donna, they're already sold out in your size. Well, you know what, maybe they get some more in, you know, but yeah, it is. We're gonna have a good time tonight. You may end up leaving a little bit mad at me. You may end up crying a little bit, but let me tell you what you can do. A lot of you have got people who could not be on the call tonight live, and that's okay. But you have got people that you can share this with, whether you share it on your main wall or you share it in your groups that you're part of. But if you share this, let me tell you what I found out. We broke out the archives. And for those who have been with Lee and I for, well, wow, since we started the Onward group, I located an Onward no matter what bracelet. We have not had these. We sold out of these, I think, 3-4 different times. Everybody was wearing them. And I have one of these bad boys. And if you share this video to your group, wherever you share it, you're going to be entered that many times. Somebody's going to be wearing this world famous Onward bracelet. Thank you very much. And I'm also going to give away one of the Formidable 4 keychains. Thank you very much. That has the Formidable 4 on it, and then it also has how does she got this on here? Captain Platinum did these up. Mo, who is me, Scola, T, and Big Money. Captain Platinum is still Big Money, okay? She's Lisa freaking Wilbur to me, always will be. But whoever shares this, we're going to put you into a raffle, into a drawing. Somebody's going to be running around with an Onward bracelet on, and somebody's going to have a keychain that you can spread, and you can say, yeah, that's right, I got it. Oh, and my father-in-law is on. Mr. Daddy Bib is on, and he is saying hello to everybody. So this is going to run a little bit later because we were late. I apologize. We are always on time. It just could not be helped tonight because we had too many places we had to be in a set amount of time, and it just didn't agree with us. So you know, I hope you can stay on, but if you got to leave early, it's okay. Just catch the replay. We're going to be setting this up on YouTube also, and we'll be putting the replay up. Thank you, Jennifer. You're saying I look great. Let me just share very quickly. One of the reasons I am looking great maybe and feeling great is our new health and wellness line. Aspira, let me tell you, have been on some sort of this Aspira line all the way back to the summertime where we started the multivitamins and the calm pills and the restful sleep. And then we got the metabolism boost system. We got that going on, and I got to tell you, my metabolism was all screwed up, okay? And since I have been on this, it is great. I have lost 14 pounds on this, and it's not a weight loss product. This is what's crazy. This amazing line is turning me around. It's helping me be a better person body-wise. I was the person who never wanted to eat except late at night, and I'm eating 3 meals a day. So my body is saying, wow, I can now operate correctly after 54 years. And it's given me more energy with the natural energy pill. So guess what? Now I'm on the treadmill again, and I'm walking, which is great. And of course, y'all know how I love to cook. So I got to do something because all I want to do is cook and eat my food, right? Because we got a cookbook coming. I'm going to tell you guys, don't forget, the Onward with Molly inspiration page, which is fun. Have a good time. I'm sharing recipes. I'm sharing videos with you. So make sure you're a part of all of this, okay? And let's get into this. Wendy says she has the bracelet. Of course you do. And some people are like, I have 3. Of course you do. Because if you are cool, you have an Onward no matter what bracelet, right? We love those bracelets. Lee and I are trying to figure out if we want to do a new one or not, or stick to this old design. We gonna figure it out sooner or later. So let's get to it, shall we? Let's get to it. We are talking about what you need to do if you want to grow. And anything that I talk to you about on most accounts has to do with life, and it has to do with business, because you hear me say it once, you hear me say it a million times. You are one and the same. One and the same. If you are unbalanced in your life, you are going to be unbalanced in your business. But when you work on them both and try to bring yourself together, you will find you will have more balance in both of those things in your life. And whether it's business, and when I say business, it could be like my business, and you may own your own business. You may own your own business. You may own a tire shop. You may be a doctor and have your own practice. You may own your own hair salon. You may be that person who maybe you're doing another direct sales company. But the point is, you need balance. You need to bring it together. And in this case tonight, we're talking about that 4-letter word that nobody loves. Nobody loves the word fear. Something about the F words. Do we agree? There's something about the F words that people don't like, okay? But fear is a huge one. And I have seen so many speakers and so many people talk about fear and the acronym of fear and what it can stand for. And, you know, a lot of people will say, you know, you have 2 ways of looking at this. And I got to tell you, y'all know I'm very real. Most people, fear to them is, how are you going to handle it? In my case, for the majority of my life, it was F everything and run. If I felt uncomfortable, if I was scared of something, if I was scared of facing something, forget it. I'm out of here. I'm running. I'm getting out of here. And it took me a very long time in my life to realize that I had to be that person who finally said, it's time not to say screw this and run. It's time to face everything and rise. Rise. That is an easy enough statement to say, but it's not an easy statement to practice. Because what happens is you realize you can have fear in your life and it feels very comfortable to you because that's where you've been most of your life. Oh, you know, let's talk about some examples. So you have this friend who says they're a friend, but are they really a friend? Oh, you know, the person who can put you down and laugh about it. The person who can say, oh, yeah, girl, you put on a few pounds. I'm just kidding. Everything in you wants to hit that person upside their head. Or somebody will say, seriously, you doing that? And then they go, oh, girl, you know I was kidding. Why you get your feelings hurt? And instead of you calling them out, you're fearful of what they will say, and you just get quiet and you shut down and you take it. And then you go to your bedroom or you get in your car after work and you think about all the things you should have said. You think about all the ways you wish you had reacted. And by the time you get home from your car, you got 5 different things that you wished you had said, but you could be back in the same circumstance tomorrow with the same thing, and your reply will still be the same thing, because fear will make you clamp up. It will make you say, no, you know, I can't do this. I can't, you know, what happens? Because, you know, they may not like me anymore. They may not be my friend anymore. They may talk about me. Well, I have to tell you something. You ought to try it. You really ought to try it. because you would be surprised what would happen if you got out of that comfort zone of letting people step all over you and tell you that you don't need to be doing what you're doing, that you don't need to be doing that in your life. You know, I can remember when I first started my Avon business, and this story is told anywhere I go to speak, but it's very, very true. You know, I was in it for a couple of months, and, you know, I started very quickly loving it and making sales and feeling like, whoa, this is awesome. I love this. And then I would have people say to me, even family members, you know, when are you going to give up that little lipstick thingy? You know, you just running around delivering a few tubes of lipstick, and, you know, girl, you just need to give it up. Now, you know, the person who says that to me now, I am like, look here, Joe Blow. Why don't you keep doing that unhappy thing you're doing, and I'm going to go off, be happy, stay in my jammies as late as I want to. I'm going to make some money. I'm going to bring on some team members. I'm going to love what I'm doing. I'm going to share a product that I love. My life is good, and I'm smiling every single day I get up, and I look forward to Monday every single day now. So let's really talk about that little lipstick thingy. But I have to tell you, back then, it didn't. I'd go in my room, and I would cry. I would go within myself, and I would get depressed. Because, see, I let my fears rule me, that if other people in my life did not believe in me, why in the world should I believe in me? Why in the world should I think I could be anything more than I was at that moment? Because after all, you have failed at so much, Molly Stone. I lived my life like that most years, most days. I was the person that if somebody gave me a compliment, I loved the compliment, but yet I was always thinking of a reason why I shouldn't be getting the compliment. The fear of feeling that if I accept it, what happens when, you know, somebody says something bad to me. Somebody would say, oh my gosh, you know what, your hair really looks good. And you know, my first thing, yeah, I know, but I need to get it cut. And, you know, I probably need to get more highlights in it, you know, or how about, oh my gosh, you know, that dress looks really pretty on you. And in essence, I'm having trouble here with my speaker, guys. Hold on. And in essence, what happens is I'm like, oh, I don't know. You don't think it? I thought it's an old thing. It's this, it's that. You know what I'm saying? You're making excuses because you're so fearful to take the compliment. Molly, you did a really good job. You know, your business is really growing. Yeah, I know, but you know what? I lost 2 team members, and I really should have done better with that. You know, Molly, shut up. Somebody just told you how well you did. Accept it. Know that there's going to be failure. Know that you are going to do things that are not exactly correct, and you're going to not please everybody, but you have got to give up the fear. I know people in their lives that fear rules them. They will not make moves to do anything different in their life because they're scared. What if I don't make it? What if I fall down? What if I fail? What if I lose this in my life? What if, you know, what if this doesn't work out? No, I can't go after that job. I can't go after that because I could fail the test. This could, no, you're never going to know what you could be if you have that mindset. I have people who have been on my team for years, for years. And Lee and I used to say, oh, this person has so much potential. They have so much potential. And what I found out very, very quickly in my business when I started growing the team is potential means, yeah, they could, but they're not doing crap. Oh, yeah, well, we see them doing this, but they ain't doing crap. Because if you got potential and nobody's going, look at what you're doing, There's a difference between, girl, if your leader is saying to you, you got so much potential, I would think about that. Because what she's saying is she sees a whole lot of promise in you, but in reality, you are spinning your wheels and you are not doing a dang thing. You talk about what you want to do. You write down what you want to do. You put on a calendar what you want to do. You tell people what you want to do. But in reality, you never get it done because you let fear engulf your life, because you are fearful of failure. You are fearful of what people will say. You are fearful of the word no. You are fearful that something could happen and, oh, you could lose your title. Oh, you may not be the greatness that everybody sees you as. Let me tell you something about greatness. Greatness is not where you're at and, oh my gosh, you just made this great title. No, it's not. Greatness is being able to move forward amidst anything. It's not about the title that you make. It is not about the money, how much money you make. That is not your greatness. Your greatness is to know that no matter what, you are not letting anything hold you back. And whether you are failing at something or you fell down at something, that you are not letting anything or anybody hold you back. And you say, I have the greatness in me to get done whatever it is that I want done in my life. You know, many of you out there are trying to get to titles in my company: bronze leader, gold leader, bronze executive, platinum executive, like Captain Platinum. We all have and look, let me tell you something. I learned from the great Lisa Wilbur a long time ago, when she started really talking about the things she had tried, which, by the way, she's probably lost count of them, that she's tried to do and she failed at. It didn't go well. She lost money. It never went off the first time well. If she had not shared those examples with me, I would think, man, you know, I'm not good at anything. And believe me, if you're coming off something bad, like a bad marriage, losing someone in your life, you feel like maybe you weren't there for them, maybe you don't feel like you're a good enough mom, maybe you left a bad relationship, but everybody around you thinks you're stupid. They're going, oh, baby, it's okay, but they're talking about you behind your back, right? You need to understand one thing in this life. Nobody walks in your shoes but you. And nobody is going to keep you in the pits of fear except you. If your life is going to be dictated by the people around you and all they're worried about is keeping you where you're at, you need new people, okay? You need new people. And when I have told many people on my team and many people in my group of 17,000 representatives, and when I'm on my inspiration page, get yourself an accountability partner. If you've got an accountability partner in your life, whether you're losing weight, whether you're trying to stop smoking, whether you are trying to grow a business, whether you're trying to be a better person, no matter what it is, you're trying to start your life over, who's always telling you, it's okay. Just come here. Let's eat ice cream together. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Just have a glass of wine. Ain't nothing wrong with a glass of wine. Drink a whole lot of wine, okay? Nothing wrong with that stuff. But the point is, if you go have somebody who's going, okay, you fell down, so let's talk. When are you getting back up? Let's go. Get up. Get off your ass right now, and get up and move towards what you want. If you've got somebody telling you, oh, you shouldn't do that. What are you doing? Why would you do that? I remember so many people, Molly, are you sure? Are you sure about this divorce thing? You sure you want to leave? Molly, you're going to lose your house. Molly, Molly, you're not going to have, you're not going to have that other income. Molly, your kids, what are they going to think? And believe me, many people said it. And let me be clear. When I did it, and I was sitting alone in the midst of a futon because I didn't have a bed, and I said to myself, what are you doing? Are you sure you want to do this? There was a part of me that wanted to run back. Oh, what I left was not good. But I was comfortable in the badness. See, our fear convinces us that we are comfortable where we're at. It says it's okay. It's be miserable. It's okay to be miserable because you know what? I feel better being miserable than being out here and being uncomfortable trying something different. But I had made the move and I had done it. And something inside of you has to want more. Has to want more than what you have at this moment. At this moment. I know many people who have had to leave big companies, big corporations because of how they were treated. The money was good. They needed the paycheck. What was going on at work was affecting their life. It was affecting their relationship with their wife. It was affecting their relationship with their kids. They were going home kicking the dog. But the money was so important, the security was so important, that instead of saying, no, 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 no more, I'm not taking this anymore, I'm moving on to something else no matter what happens. Instead of making that decision, they just stay. They just stay where they're at. And they're unhappy. And they don't understand why they're headed towards divorce. And they don't understand why their kids don't want to talk to them. Because you let fear, oh, forget that, F this and run. F everything and run. Oh, that's so much easier, right? Just run away from what the real issues are. Let me tell you what I have learned in the last almost 14 years. I have learned that no matter what I've done, that when I am completely comfortable with what's going on in my life and my business, I realize something is wrong. Something is wrong when I am completely content and I don't have any fear about anything. I better be thinking about what I need to do. The beginning of 2018, Lee and I made a huge decision. We had a lot of unhappiness in our life in 2017. Not all because of what we did, just life. Life brings it sometimes. And we found that we were not so committed on things that we should have been. And it was really easy to blame my company, the people around me, other people's problems, bad choices, whatever it was real easy for me to say it was everybody else's fault. And in 2018, I sat down with my husband and my business partner, and I said, no more. No more. I am tired of trying to be where everybody wants me. Nobody is paying my bills but us. If I'm unhappy, I have to own it. If you are unhappy, you have to own it. And I said, no more. I was so comfortable in my fear again well, what happens? What happens if I do this and this differently, and who's going to get mad at me? And and people aren't going to understand. Who cares if they understand? If they don't see, if they don't care enough to want to ask and understand where it is that I want to go, where I need to be, what I have to do to create some stability and some happiness, and more than some dull atmosphere of unhappy crap. I'm so tired of unhappiness being around everything, everybody being uptight, everybody being miserable. If you want to choose to be that way, you choose to be that way. You want to get stuck in the hellhole you're in, you get stuck in the hell you're in. But if you are not willing to put one foot in front of the other and say, I may be so scared, I'm ready to pee my pants, but I am so tired of my situation that I want out. If you are not that person, if you do, then you shut up, because you got no reason. You got no reason to complain. I get it that people contribute to your fear, but you are the only person who can reach out and grab that branch, grab that lifeline, and say, you know what? I may need new people. I may need a new job. I may need a new direction. But one thing is for sure, I'm going to choose it and I'm going to go after it. Avon Rex, I'm talking to you right now. You say, I want to go on a cruise. And Avon offers an opportunity to do it. You get so caught up on one person who's supposed to do something that they didn't do something, that you forget you could have been out there doing 5 more things, but you're so fearful that this one person won't do what they need so you can get the point so that you can go on the cruise, and you forget that really this is all about you. You didn't join this business to go on a cruise. You joined this business to build something that was substantial. You joined this business so that you could have some type of a future for you and your kids. You did this because you don't want your husband to work for the next 25 years. You did this because you want to be a contributor to your life, to know that you have a say-so, that you are helping things in your life, to show the women and the young men in your life that they need to take responsibility, that they need to say, it is up to me if I want to grow in my life, in my business. Stop treating your kids like they are some wiggly ass leaf that's just blowing in the wind. That's the problem in today's world. Our kids are just flopping in the wind, and nobody is showing them about getting out there, and they need to work. Oh, little Johnny doesn't have to pick his shoes up. I'm his mama. I will do that. My mama made me pick up my shoes all the time, and I swear it just gave me some type of fear or something in my life. Just stop it. Stop it. You want Johnny to be on your couch for the next 30 years? Wake up, people. Wake up. You say, oh, I'm okay with that. Well, if you're okay with that, what's wrong with you? You don't want your kids to grow up to be strong, self-minded, knowing what they want, wanting to be the best they can be. Are you kidding me? Come on, people. I watch all of you get out there in the Facebook. You're complaining about how kids are. You're complaining about how life is. But I'm looking at you, and you just doing the same thing. Oh, it's okay. Oh, okay. It's like this. It's like this. Look, I'm guilty of this. I did this with my kids. Here they are, playing their game, playing their system. You come home and you're like, dang, they didn't take the trash out. Hey, come on. It's time, Johnny, it's time to take the trash out. Come on, you got to take it out. Okay, Mom, I just got to get to the next level. Hold on, Mom. Mom, 2 more minutes, Mom. 2 more minutes. You go back, you take your shoes off, you've changed, you're ready to cook dinner, and here we go. They still playing. You know, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. It's been 5 minutes. Are you on the level? Yeah, I'm almost there. I'm almost there. No, what you should have said is, let me pull that plug out. If you had done it before I got home, you know what? Make them fearful of you. I don't think there's any problem with the kid fearing the fact that if they don't do something, there's going to be consequences, whatever that may be. And these days, if you take that phone, you take that system away from them, you let them know what's going on, you let them know who's boss and who pays the bill for all that stuff, I got news for you. They snap right back into place, okay? They snap right back into place. I can't do that, Molly. My mom did that to me. And yeah, and it looks like to me, Mom did a good job because the only one out there working is you, Cupcake. What's wrong with you? You're fearful that they're not going to love you? I'm sorry. Your kids are not supposed to be your best friends when you're raising them up. They're not. My team members are not supposed to be my best friends. Because, see, my best friends, I don't want to tell them what they're doing wrong. 17,000 members in my group, and I tell them exactly how it is, and they walk away mad at me sometimes, and they walk away, she doesn't know what she's talking about. I don't know why I'm even in this group. Matter of fact, I'm going to leave this group, and then 2 days later, like, oh my God, I must have deleted myself accidentally. Molly, I don't know how I did that. Could I come back to your group, Molly? Of course you can come back to my group, because I get it. I'm the mama, and you don't like what I say. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to. I get it. You're fearful that your kids aren't going to like you. They're not supposed to like you. You're fearful that your husband may be mad at you because you don't agree with something he says. I'm sorry. In my world, I thought it was okay to agree to disagree. You know what I'm saying? How about talking it out? But I watch women cower to whatever that guy says in the house. I got news for you. That's a dictatorship. That is not a power couple. That is not a relationship. And by the way, women, if you're doing that to the man in your life, you are just as bad as the men who are doing it to the people in their relationships. This goes both ways. Both ways. Our kids watch everything we do. And let me tell you what's scary about that. My kids watch me for a year take whatever I was dealt. Whether it was by my boss, whether it was by my ex-husband, whether it was by family, whether it was about friend, they watch me just say, okay. They watched the fear because, see, I had this issue. I just wanted to be loved. I just wanted people in my life to love me. And I got news for you. If everybody loves you, something's wrong. Something is wrong. And then I thought I taught my kids complete failure, because what happened is you decide, I don't want this anymore. I don't want what's going on in this relationship anymore for me or my kids. And so you finally get strong enough or stupid enough, one or the other, to pack up, do what you're going to do, and you leave. And when you leave, I left them without a home. They went from having their own bedrooms to having one room together. And I knew they had a roof over their head and they were eating. But then it was all about failure mode, because okay, I took them from here to here, but I couldn't go out and even buy them a pizza. And I said, I got to be better than this. I'm so scared it's failing that I need to get busy so that I can't think about my fear. That was the big deal. I had to get so busy with the plans I had written down, with what I wanted to do in my Avon business, with what I wanted, that I had to say, if I just keep myself busy, I can't worry about my fear. I can't worry about whether they're going to like me or not. I can't worry about whether they're going to understand why I'm doing. I can't worry about whether they understand my situation. All I need to do is to let them know that I know this is what I want. I want to be a successful business owner. I want to make sure I don't ever have to depend on one person for my livelihood ever again. I don't want anybody to be able to make me fearful of a decision I want to make, because I'm just going to let fear get in the way because I don't know what's going to happen. I got news for you. None of us know what's going to happen tomorrow. But I have a plan. And if God allows me to get up tomorrow, I'm going to work that plan. Molly, I don't know if I can do, I don't know if I can do an event, because when I do an event, I just don't know what I'm going to, because I don't know what to say. can I tell you something? You are never going to know what you're supposed to say until you get out there and you start saying something. And you are probably going to say something wrong. And you are probably not going to get it all right. But I guarantee you the third time you do it, you're going to be a whole lot better than the first time you do it. And by the time you get to the 15th time you do it, you're going to be a dang pro. Most of you who know me, who are watching me, have been watching me because of this Avon world. Some of you grew up with me. Some of you are family members. Some of you have seen the transformation, but most of you has just seen as the Avon lady on YouTube. She funny. She make fun of herself. Oh my gosh, she's so real. She tells us the good, the bad, and the ugly. Let me be clear. Somebody put a post in the group up not too long ago and said something about, I just wish I was more like Molly was because I get all tangled up if I do a live stream. Stop it. Have you seen my first video that I ever put on YouTube? You need to stop it. I have done hundreds of videos and now hundreds of live streams. I still get scared when I have to come out to y'all, and as that number rises, I'm like, somebody gonna have a problem with what I say. I need to be careful about how I say it, because somebody gonna say it, they gonna get mad at me, and then it's gonna hurt my feelings because they get mad at me, and I have to say, stop it, stop it. If everybody likes what you say on that call, you better rethink what you are saying. You better rethink it. That is what you better do. So don't try to be like me. You need to keep doing the things that scare you. When you are out of your comfort zone for more than just a nanosecond and you stay out there longer, guess what? It's not going to feel so bad. If you do that event, if you go talk to that person, if you go hand that brochure or send that email or send that text, and guess what? Hope that they say no. Because if they say no, I want you to take your pulse and realize you're still breathing, your heart's still beating, you still here, okay? Oh, I mean, seriously. No. Did mama and daddy never say no to you? I mean, come on. If they didn't, maybe I thought my name was No-No. No-No, stop that. Don't make me spank you, Molly Sue. And then there was always the look. Oh, my mom could turn me to stone with the look, okay? I could turn my sons, well, one of them, to stone with the look. The other one, he was just an enigma all on his own, and he would say, what? You know, that's a whole nother story. But yeah, that would be Anthony. Anthony was that kid. Here's the deal. You need to figure out how badly you want what you want. How badly do you want it? Would you rather just be comfortable in your fear? You know, we've got somebody on our call tonight. Rachel Starr is, I believe she's still watching the live stream. I have been watching Rachel Starr in her in her makeup live streams. I have been watching her, God, probably for months now. I don't get to watch them all, but when I can catch her live, I do. And this is what I've figured out with Rachel. In watching her with months, I got on there the other day and I started smiling because I said, man, she has come a long way. Slay with Ray. I mean, I got to tell you, because she would get caught up in the makeup at first, and then she would be making conversation, or she'd be making conversation and not doing the makeup. And now when I watch Rachel, she slays. She's got the conversation going. She's talking about what she's using. She's putting on that awesome makeup. She is giving people looks like I have never seen, showing you what you can do with this. I got to tell you, I'm like this. I'm like, but you know what it told me? You think she wasn't fearful the first time she did it? I bet if you ask her, she was fearful the first time she did it. But she's gotten to where it's part of what she does and who she is. Because she doesn't want to stay fearful. She is trying to show people what she has to offer, and she believes in it more than she wants to stay scared about what somebody's going to say to her. Or I'm sure somebody said, well, you know, Rachel, it's all really good the way you do it, but girl, I'm not so sure I like that look. For me, at a time in my life, that would have crushed me. That would have crushed me. But she's like, you know what? Nobody's going to like everything I do. I'm just showing you what can happen here. Look what you can do. I remember the first time that I got the first thumbs down on one of my YouTube videos. And I was always fearful that somebody wasn't going to give me a thumbs up, that somebody wasn't going to like what I was doing. And I remember the first time I got it and somebody wrote underneath this, you have no idea what you're talking about. You have no business doing YouTube video. Avon should be embarrassed that you are representing them. I remember saying to myself, I will never do another video again. And Lee said to me, really, you're going to be that easy? He said, Molly, I can guarantee you that that person is probably, whoever said that is probably fearful of the fact that that video has been up for 2 days and you have 400 views. And that maybe somebody's going to listen to you and they're not doing their job somewhere. Do you think everybody is going to listen to you? And I said, no, but I hate that they're so forward about it. He said, there are mean people everywhere. Everywhere, Molly. You think you never gonna run into a mean person who wants to crush your dream? It's not their fault. And I got pissed at him. It's not their fault if they crush your dream. It's your fault, Molly, for letting them crush your dream. You got somebody who's owning you in your actions. Molly, it is not their fault that they're doing it. It is your fault that you were enabling them to do it. I was so pissed at him. I was going to make him sleep on the couch. Okay? Like, couch time. Like, you never coming back in my bed again. Okay? Because that was mean, Lee. You're trying to make me take responsibility for what they're doing. And I didn't say anything. I went and sat in the chair. And it hit me. Man, he's right. He's right. They want to stop me from what I'm doing, but am I going to let them? Now, this is the cool part. I get up the next morning, I go back to that post, and before I can set up to type anything, and I was determined I was going to say, everybody is welcome to their opinion, and I'm sorry you don't like me. What's really great is you don't have to watch me anymore. And there were 15 posts underneath there of people saying, don't you listen to anything this person is saying. We look for your videos all the time. We appreciate your honesty. And I thought, wow, that's amazing. If I hadn't have gone back and looked, if I hadn't have gotten mad at my husband for telling me the truth, we wouldn't be here right now. Because, Lord, it's one thing to do a YouTube. It's another thing to sit in front of Facebook Live and somebody can say something mean to you and you can read it and say, okay, over now. Don't go back and forth with them. You give these people too much credence. Too much credence. Guys, we have got to learn how to face everything and rise above it. Rise above your fears. If you want a better life, you better be willing to walk away from the actions you're doing, the things you're saying, the people you're listening to. And you better say, I want something more than to stay stuck in this fear. If you feel like you've been stuck where you're at in your business for too long that you can't even remember, then I think you need to saddle up and put your armor on. And you need to say, What I want is important. What I want for me and my kids are important. And by the way, that takes sacrifices. If you think just because you choose to go into business for yourself, or to make a change, or to change jobs, or to change husbands, or whatever it is that you're getting ready to do, I got news for you. There is nothing about a journey of change that's going to be easy, but I am going to tell you it is going to be worth it. Because every day that I stayed on the path of getting away from my fear and stepping out of my comfort zone, I became a better person. I became a more confident person. I became somebody who said, I can do this. I became the person who says, I don't care if I fail or don't do great at this time. I'm going to try it again, and I'm going to get better at this. And I'm not really good at people still coming at me, but you know what? I'm a whole lot better at it now than I was. I need you to know that only the actions of moving past your fear and moving forward and rising up, that is the only thing that's going to get you there. The only thing. Don't worry about messing up. You're going to. Expect it. Expect not to get it right the first time. And if you do, celebrate it. But watch out, because the second time you can mess it up because it may not be like the first time. Who cares? If you have a team, be an example. Be an example to your team. Quit talking about what you want your team to do and do it and be the example. Quit trying to pull people over the finish line because you're fearful to start over with somebody who seems to be saying the right thing, seems to be doing some of the right actions. I don't want to start over. I don't want a new bronze leader. I just want this bronze leader to do what she's supposed to do. This person, I don't want a new assistant. This person right here. I'm going to take my assistant's crap. I'm going to do whatever it is they want to do because I don't want to train somebody else. I'm scared to start over. I'm scared to train somebody else. I'm scared of what that's going to look like. I'm scared. I was in conversation with Mary Ann the other night. We went out to eat and we were talking about different things we were doing with our team. And I said some things on our team just have a lot of cracks in them right now. And we're trying to pull those cracks together. And she said to me, not meaning it the way it came out, she said to me, yeah, what's wrong with your team? And I realized that this is Mary Ann. It's not what she meant. But I said, you know, they've had a whole lot of crap happen this year. And I said, and I have to be the first one to say, I have let my crap get in the way. I have let it get in the way. And I am trying to teach my team that I am owning it and I have let stuff get in the way instead of trying to figure out how to work through it and keep going what we should. So now in 2018, we are paying the price and we are trying to seal up the cracks and we are trying to build something that's even stronger. And our team is on task to do better in the rebuilding this year, and our leaders are engaged and we're bringing new people in, and New Avon is providing us with more and more and more things and tools and to make us just the company that most of us have always dreamed of being a part of. And if you are that person, and if this has happened and you're like, what happened? I had 3 great years and now this year this has just sucked. It doesn't have to consistently suck. It's up to you to figure it out, own it, get rid of the fear of what people think, and just get out there and do what you need to do. That's what you need to do. I can't make you do it, and nothing here I've said tonight is going to make you do it. But the next time you feel that pit in your stomach, the next time your heart starts beating a little bit faster, the next time the sweat is producing on the back of your neck, the next time you don't know how to respond to somebody, the next time you feel all the symptoms of fear, I would tell you, do not say F it and run. I would say take a deep breath exhale, face it, and rise up and own the fear and tell it to get away from you, or that person to get away from you, and do what you need to do. Because if you don't, in 6 months, you will still be sitting in the same place. I didn't want to be in the same place. And by the way, I didn't want to be in a bad place. I don't know about you all, but I don't want to ever go back to that point of being fearful of everything in my life and how it's going to turn out. I don't want to be that person. And I am determined never again. And if you've never been there and you don't know what it feels like to leave the fear of what holds you back and start living in the fear of what can move you forward, you should feel anticipation. You should know what you want to do, but you let the words of one person trash you. You let one failure tear you down, and there you are with a pint of ice cream, your pajamas, spaghetti stains from the night before. You don't do your makeup, you don't do your hair, you know, you just miserable. And that's really getting stuff done, isn't it? Is really getting stuff done. I want to encourage you that if you truly want to grow your business and your life, I want you to be honest with yourself about the people who help bring fear into your life, situations that bring fear into your life, activities that you're fearful to do in your life. And I want you to start picking them apart and getting out of your comfort zone. And either bring yourself in some new people, do the activities till you're not fearful again, and rise above this nasty animal named fear, because fear will do nothing but bring harmful results into your life, your family, and your business. And by the way, in the end, everybody says, well, God's got you. You know what? God does got us. But God also gave you a big old brain in your head and said, why don't you use that big old brain and those emotions I gave you? Why don't you use them to the positive instead of the negative? Why don't you be kind instead of having the last word? It is harder to be kind than to have the last word. You need to do that thing that's going to make you a better person above all. Above all. And you know when you're not that better person. You know when you are doing things that are keeping you are an inch away from the quicksand, and you just got out of that quicksand. And don't you remember how it felt when you were in that quicksand? And it is like all around you, and you're like, I'm going to drown. I know I'm going to drown. Somebody throw me a rope. Somebody give me a limb. Somebody give me something. And here you are tiptoeing around it again. And there is nothing but fear in that quicksand. And you get 1 foot in it, and it is going to drag you down. You get 1 foot in it before you know what your leg's in it. Before you know it, you're trying to pull your leg out of it and your arm is in it. Before you know it, you have lost your balance, and then you're turning around going, how did I get here again? And you realize instead of doing the right thing and moving away from the quicksand of fear, you let yourself get pulled back down into it, and then you lost your balance. Don't be that person. Because it's up to you. It's not up to me. See, you have a choice. You can stay comfortable or you can grow. It's your choice. Stay comfortable or grow. There's nothing I can say or do to make that work for you. But you know what? I can make it work for me. And that's what I'm going to do. Okay? So, whether you're listening to the replay here or whether you were live on this, I hope you've shared this. I hope you've shared this to your groups. If you think you can help somebody in your life, maybe you got a kid who is always fearful, a kid who's being bullied, something, if there's somebody that this message can help, I hope you will share it. And when you do share it at the end of the week, you're going to be up for an Onward bracelet and for a Formidable 4 keychain. And you know what? It's really not the reason to do it. That's just a little like byproduct. But what's really good is you could help somebody. You could help somebody in their life. You could help somebody feel like they're not alone. And if that message can do anything like that, we have done our job, right? We have done our job. So let me see. Who else do we? Okay, Kim is still on here. The beautiful Janet Sides is on here. How are you? Hello, Miss Harriet. I see you on here. Carla Lytle's joining in. She don't never get on my call. She just listens to me talk when she come to my house and I feed her. Hi, Carla. Good to see you, baby. I see Rachel is still on here. Janae is on here. I love you guys. Michelle Henderson, I see you were on here. Thanks for joining us. Guys, we are in this together. For my Avon sisters and brothers, we got great things happening, don't we? Great things happening. Again, I cannot say enough about Scott Kramer and his multi-brains that he's got going on. They've given us some great stuff. We have great stuff coming in Campaign 9. I mean, look at this top. This top is awesome, man. Molly dressed up for the occasion, right? Okay? Like, awesome. So, you know what? It's all good. You know, whether you a size 2 or rather you're a bigger girl, you can wear it. Still look beautiful. I love it. So, in the earrings, we have so much to share. I'm so excited about this business. Oh, and I saw Jordan Humphrey's on here, too. Jordan Humphrey is my buddy. I love Jordan Humphrey. Jordan Humphrey used to be part of the Avon corporate world, and we became fast friends, and that will never end till the day I die, for sure. We will always be fast friends. Love that man to death. So you guys have a great weekend. I know Lee has a wonderful song, so if you want to jump on the phone line, you can. Some of you already have. I've heard the dings. You know Lee's going to play a great song. They won't let us do it on here. I will have this up on YouTube over the weekend so you can share it further in your groups, okay? And be kind to one another. Remember, it's harder to be kind than it is to have the last word or to be right. Try to be humble in all of that. And you know, we went to a memorial service today, and this man lived a long life, and he had such an empowering movement in the life of Lee and I. We just loved Pop Poncary to death. But life is short, people. It's up to you to make a difference out there. And I know that in my life and in my business, I strive to make a difference in your world every single day. So we're going to keep coming at you till you don't want me anymore. And we hope this has helped you. And brothers and sisters, I will see you over in the Onward group sometime over the weekend. I got time to spend with my granddaughter this weekend, so I'm going to take in every moment of that. Okay? See you guys later. Have a great, great weekend. Lee, what you got for us, my friend? I love this song.